This morning, OpenAI released Instant Checkout. It's a new feature that lets you buy things right inside ChatGPT. And I'll show you exactly how it works. We'll try it together, and I'll tell you why it is a huge deal. So basically, this allows you to, instead of researching a product in ChatGPT and then clicking through to a merchant's website to make the purchase, actually complete the whole process within the ChatGPT system. And eventually this is going to work for a whole range of different retailers. But at launch, it only works for Etsy, which is kind of interesting that that's where they decided to start. So let's go ahead and research something that we might want to buy on Etsy. I'm going to say buy on Etsy a Bichon Frise sticker. And we'll let it do some research. Bichon Frises are the best kind of dog. It's the dog I happen to have. Let's give this about 30 seconds to a minute and come back. So in true ChatGPT form, we've got a couple of options. We've got a breakdown of which one is the best. You can see these are all from Etsy. And again, we would have previously had to click through and then make the purchase on Etsy. But now with the new system, I can click on this and it's going to pull this up over here. And you can see we've got this little instant checkout flag. And this allows us to make the purchase right through the system here. And you can see we can just click around and choose the exact one. Now, if there were different options, you can even select the options that you want within there. And it's going to summarize some info directly from Etsy, like reviews and that kind of thing as well. So let's go ahead and click that buy button and get this nice sticker. I'm just going to pull up a window here. This is my first time using this, by the way, so exploring this with you. And you can see I've got my credit cards loaded up in there. I am going to complete the rest of this process without recording, since I don't want to reveal my credit card info or address. But basically, all we're going to have to do is use Google Pay or another one of these methods. So all it did was pull up a Google Pay window, have me put in my credit card, indeed have me put in my address, which I already had loaded in, and then hit buy. It was all within this window, nothing groundbreaking there. And then here we go, purchase complete. I have made my first purchase directly through the ChatGPT interface, and this lovely Bichon Frise sticker for $4.81 will be on the way from Etsy. It says that it's confirmed my order. I've got a confirmation email soon, and you can see how this really puts the whole buying experience right onto the ChatGPT interface. You're not needing to go anywhere else. It's going to increase the time that you spend interacting with their product. And again, there's a lot more reasons why this is significant. And here's the release notes for this new feature. And again, big piece of this is that it centralizes everything within ChatGPT. This is something that even Google never really managed to do. You would use Google search and then click through to a merchant to make the purchase. They never really managed to integrate it directly. And ChatGPT is now trying to do that, or OpenAI is trying to do that in ChatGPT, keep you in their interface, give you no reason to leave. You can even make your purchase at the end of your research experience right inside there. Another thing that's really important about this is that it's not just a one-off thing. It also introduces this new protocol called the agentic commerce protocol. And this is a system that merchants can use to allow agents, AI agents like ChatGPT and others, to make purchases through their platform. So it's not just trying to create a one-off thing with maybe some partnerships within ChatGPT with companies like Etsy. It's trying to introduce a whole new standard for allowing AI to make purchases. And that's a big deal because this is really a big step when you start playing with actual money and letting the AI control actual money towards this future of agentic AI that OpenAI and many others imagine. So again, the agentic commerce protocol makes it pretty clear that they're going to use this as an agent. And the idea here, again, is that this will become a general standard. And so other companies can use it, and other merchants will make it available, and it's just going to, in theory, again, this is all brand new, allow you to do all your shopping within chatbots, whether that's ChatGPT or others. And the final thing I think is really interesting in terms of this release note is that they say here that Stripe, which powers a lot of people's websites, can implement this new protocol in a single line of code. So that should make it very simple for more merchants who are powered by Stripe, especially smaller merchants, interestingly, to start to implement this. And it could be a big boon if you can easily shop for stuff on Etsy or from small local merchants in ChatGPT rather than having to go to an Amazon or something like that, and it's an easy shopping experience, that could be really great for those local merchants. So I think that's another powerful or potentially really a useful function of this new protocol and this new feature. Bigger picture though, what does this mean for brands especially? This means that people are going to have an even bigger incentive to start getting their brand mentioned in chatbots. So we've talked before about generative engine optimization, this new field of basically SEO for getting into chatbots. Before, it was really about the buying journey and the sort of early parts of the funnel. And we were looking at how do people use AI to research a product? How do we do attribution? It's kind of hard to do that. With this new system for basically actually making the purchases through ChatGPT, it gives you so much of incentive as a brand or a business owner to get the chatbot talking about you. Because why did it choose those 3 specific Bichon Frise stickers out of the many, many options available on Etsy? It's not exactly clear, but probably they had better signals showing that they were a good sticker to buy. They were a good merchant. They had good ratings and reviews. Maybe it was linked from somewhere else. Maybe they were a known artist. I have no idea. The chatbot knows it's ingesting all that data. And so again, for brands, that idea of we need to show up in the chatbot, we need to do GEO in order to be featured there, is no longer just a theoretical thing. This is going to be some future valuable feature or something to have. This is now something that's going to be much more of a need to do because you can actually now get sales directly through ChatGPT. It's also great news for people who need to attribute sales, because before it was like somebody would research your brand, maybe they'd come to your site directly to make a purchase, maybe they'd Google it and make a purchase. You couldn't do that attribution. Presumably now that they're buying through this special protocol, you could actually see those purchases and attribute them back to the bot and be able to really justify doing that often expensive work on generative engine optimization. So this is a huge deal, and we'll see how it's adopted, but just the fact that now ChatGPT can spend your money for you is a major, major step. If you found this helpful, please do like and subscribe. It really helps.